Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chase, Rocky Mountain ATVMC. Thank you for checking into our YouTube channel. So today we're showing you the Showa steering damper and bracket kit from Ride Engineering for KTM, Husqvarna, and GasGas motorcycles. If you've been shopping for a steering stabilizer, well, this is a really good option. So I just want to go through, we'll talk about this one specifically, why riders do like the Showa steering damper. We'll also tell you about some of the other options too, just to help you decide, which one is going to be best for you. But what's nice about this steering damper and what's kind of unique is that this one was actually built specifically by Showa for Honda dirt bikes. This came on Honda dirt bikes for a lot of years right up from the factory floor. However, I believe in 2017 is when they stopped putting these on those motorcycles. But what's cool is that Ride Engineering, an agent over there, he has built these bracket kits that allow you to install this steering damper on non-Honda models. And there's a couple reasons why people like this damper so much. And before I kind of dive into that, just let me highlight a few things. If you've never gotten a steering stabilizer before and you're just wondering, well, do I need one? What's the purpose? The steering stabilizer, the biggest benefit is just going to help eliminate or reduce head shake. That's something that I'm sure a lot of us have experienced before, myself included. And it can happen in multiple situations. You could be going at high speed, you hit a rock or a tree root or whatever, and your wheel deflects, go, quickly to the left or to the right. Or maybe you're out there, you're riding some big bumps and some whoops, whatever it is, and your forks start to pack, they get too low in the stroke and they stay there, and then they deflect and you get that violent jerk left or right, and then your handlebars are just going back and forth, you can't control it. That's head shake. And a lot of times it can lead to a crash, and it's really hard to gain control of your motorcycle when that starts to happen. A steering stabilizer is built to combat that and help dampen that movement and slow it down to help you maintain control of your motorcycle. That's really the big purpose and the big benefit. So more stability up front. That being said, there's a lot of different stabilizers out there, and we actually have a buyer's guide where I go through and show you all the different stabilizers that we offer. I talk about what is different and unique about each specific one to help you decide which one you feel might be best for you. Now, with the Showa one specifically, here's what riders like about this. So cost-wise, it's less expensive than a lot of the other options out there. Also too, it is small, it's lightweight, and what I personally also really like about this one is that when it's mounted up, it sits behind your number plate. It's out of sight, out of mind. So you don't even see it, you don't even know it's there, and it also does not affect your bar height up or down whatsoever. So exactly how your bike setup is now, it's gonna stay that way. So that's something that riders really like, and so I feel like motocross riders probably gravitate towards this one a little bit more just because it is small and it stays out of sight, out of mind, because when you compare this one to the other options that we offer, this does give the least amount of damping. So that is one thing that you would want to consider. But Ryan Dungey, I know for a fact, riding for Red Bull KTM, there was a lot of years where he actually had one of these installed on his KTM. I believe he used it for Supercross and for motocross for the benefits that I just explained earlier. So it does help. So you don't have to just be an off-road guy to run a steering stabilizer on your dirt bike. Now, a couple things I do want to point out as well. So lightweight, small, behind the number plate, out of sight, out of mind. There's two sizes available. There's a 24 millimeter and a 20 millimeter. And it's probably easy to guess, but the 24 millimeter is going to offer a little bit more damping than the 20. You as a rider just kind of have to ask yourself, how much help are you looking for? And how much damping do you want out of your stabilizer? Other thing I do want to point out real quick also is that a steering stabilizer, you got to have your suspension dialed in first. Okay, this is not meant to overcome a bad suspension setup. If you haven't checked your sag, if you don't have the right spring rate or the right air pressure in your fork, if your clickers are way out of spec, you got to make sure all that stuff is dialed in first, then throw a steering stabilizer on there. Otherwise, you're not giving yourself a good starting point. Now, like I mentioned, these don't offer as much damping as the other options. However, Race Tech has a gold valve kit that we sell, and we actually have a how-to video that shows you how to actually install one of those gold valve kits in these. And that gold valve kit will greatly help increase the amount of damping that you're getting with this, and it will help you give you a little bit more range. The way you adjust this dampener specifically is you see this little dial right here. So if I want to stiffen this up or increase the damping, I just turn it to the right and you can feel and hear the clicks. And if I want to have less damping, I'll just go to the left. So that's just opening and closing the port inside there, allowing either less or more oil to flow through that. And one thing I was talking about with Race Tech when I asked them about that gold valve kit is that they say that with that installed, it does give you more range. So in other words, you get more or less damping per click when you have that installed. Another guy I talked to was Chris Kiefer. I asked about his feedback with one of these, and he told me that when you have one of these on your bike and you have it just in stock form, probably not going to notice much of a difference, but with that Racetech Gold Valve kit inside there, he said it was a noticeable difference, and he said it just helped kind of calm down the front end of those European bikes. He also mentioned it helps with cornering and stability, so he said the benefits are definitely worth it if you pick one of these up. So those are the benefits to it. Again, small, lightweight, out of sight, out of mind, not change your bar position. It's going to help dampen, help reduce to get rid of that head shake. The kit, when you buy this, these are bike specific, so you got to enter the year, make, and model when you're picking yours up. But you can see this is the kit right here for the European bikes. So again, you just install this, you put the damper on, you're ready to rock. Also, I do want to point out too that we have the Ride Engineering split billet triple clamps up here on the table. So this is a really good upgrade as well. We have a product spotlight on these. Go check that out. But what's nice about this whole setup is that you do not have to have these triple clamps to install this bracket setup. So don't worry, you don't have to have those. But if you do buy these clamps, this will all integrate together very nicely. And that is it. That is the Showa steering damper and bracket kit from Ride Engineering. Again, if you've been shopping for one of these, if you have a KTM, Husqvarna, or GasGas, hopefully this is going to help you decide if this is the steering damper that you do want to pick up. Remember, watch that buyer's guide video where we go through and talk about all the different ones just to kind of help steer you in a good direction so you know what are the differences and which one you feel is going to be best for you. And as always, if you have questions, leave those in the comment section below. If you have this damper, I would love to hear your feedback. Do you like it? Does it help you out? Did you put the Racetech Gold Valve kit inside there? Was it improved after you did that? I want to hear all that feedback, so leave that below. Click on the link or head to RockyMountainATVMC.com. We ship for free over 75 bucks. If you like this video, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and you'll be up to date. I am Chase. We'll see you on the trails.